Giving a child or teen an unprotected internet-connected device is extremely dangerous because it exposes them to all of the dangerous content on the internet. The first time a child is exposed to pornography and other graphic content, it is usually accidental, but the pattern of sin that can develop from that exposure hinders a relationship with Christ and others. The sad truth is that kids are targets. Pornographers are seeking future customers, and sexual predators and scammers are looking for their next victim. So you really need to protect any device you put into your kids' hands. Parental controls can be challenging for all parents, especially if technology is not your thing. And I understand that as a single mom, you have the additional burden of doing it by yourself. The really good news is that parental control protection has come a long way in recent years, and producers and service providers are listening to parents' demands for better options to protect their kids' devices. Now, I definitely recommend that you take additional steps, but here are some things you can do today to make your kids' devices safer. The first one is to use the restrictions or parental controls that come with the device. Now, that may seem a little basic, but you would be surprised at how many parents don't take advantage of these features. Nearly every internet-connected device has settings for parents to manage their kids' privileges on them. Go through each of them carefully and consult the website of the manufacturer if you need help. Most manufacturers have pretty good support information about parental controls. My rule of thumb is to start out with pretty tight controls because you can always back off as your child gets older and demonstrates good technology choices. For example, with an iPod Touch or iPhone, there is a setting to allow or disallow the child to install apps, and there is another one likewise for deleting apps. For a younger child with their first iPod, you might disallow installing apps so that when they want to install an app, you have to approve it first. When they are older, you may change that to allow them to install apps, but then you might disallow deleting an app so that when you are monitoring their device, you can easily see what they have downloaded without them being able to hide it. Now, the second thing that you can do today to protect them is to make sure that they have a safe browser application on the device if you intend to allow them to search the internet. For example, the browser app that comes with an Apple or iDevice is called Safari. In the restrictions settings on an iDevice, you can set filtering options for Safari, or you can completely turn Safari off and install a safe browser app that is specifically designed to protect content. There are many available, but MobiSip is a free, safe browser that is available for Apple or Android. For older kids, I recommend installing more than one to give them an option if one is being too restrictive or not working properly that day. The final and third thing you can do in a matter of minutes to protect their device is to control the DNS server that their device uses for internet traffic. The what, you say? I know, that sounds very foreign to most people, but don't let it intimidate you. I wouldn't mention it if it wasn't one of the most simple and best things you can do. DNS stands for Domain Name System. In simple terms, it is the phone book for internet traffic. We know web addresses by name. Computers don't. So today, when you put in ariseministries.net into your web browser, the DNS server translated the number for ariseministries.net so that your web browser would know where to go. DNS is a great way to control access to websites. Your internet provider has you set up with DNS servers already, but there are also third-party DNS servers you can use for free. And some of those, like OpenDNS Family Shield, offer content filtering, so when a device uses their DNS servers, it isn't allowed to go to sites with pornography. There is a new app now called DNS Override that helps you do this on an Apple device in just a few easy steps. The app is free, but there is a one-time fee of $2 to force the device to always use the chosen DNS server, which I would highly recommend doing. Now, non-Apple users can still take advantage of DNS technology. An internet search of OpenDNS Family Shield should lead you to their website and instructions on how to set up OpenDNS Family Shield on just about any device. An additional advantage to using a third-party DNS server is you will also be more protected from malware and phishing scams, because websites that harbor those things are also likely to be filtered out as well. Please do not let these unfamiliar terms and names intimidate you. Now, even though there are still some other things to consider for complete protection, just by doing these 3 quick and easy steps, you will have done so much to protect your kids. Please do it today. I know that you can.